It's time for Football Friday, sponsored by Independent Insurance Agents of South Dakota, South Dakota State University, South Dakota Department of Health, and Dakota Bank.
You're watching Football Friday on Dakota News Now.
And a nice job by the Dakota Valley cheerleaders. I'm back after a trip to College Station, Texas to watch the Aggies lose to Notre Dame last Saturday, but I was keeping up with all the high school games once we landed. Friday night, there were some pretty wild games. I'm Mark Ovenden.
I'm Zach Moore. We got you back. I thought you might stay down there and play some more golf for a while
I didn't
longer.
play golf while I was there, believe it or not.
I don't believe that, but either way, it's another busy night with all the classes in South Dakota, along with Minnesota and Iowa. We didn't have much Minnesota last week. They're all playing tonight.
And what a gorgeous night it was tonight. We start our coverage at the MAC, and that's where our Cooper Sema was for the Lincoln O'Gorman game. Coop?
Yeah, Mark and Zach, it's always a fun environment at the MAC. Last Saturday night, it was Dakota Bowl, won by top-ranked Harrisburg, and tonight O'Gorman continued a rugged start to their schedule. This time, it's against second-ranked Lincoln Patriots, who won big last Friday night. O'Gorman would stop Lincoln at the goal line to end the first half, but no matter, as the Patriots' Brody Schaefer finds Luisan Akasi 21 yards out for the score, and it's 22-7 Patriots. The Knights have some fight in them, though. Hunter Saya Savan is going to find Sullivan Schlimgen, and he's going to get to work here, juking to the left, getting some blockers down the field, trying to find some open space, and he's not going to be denied. 63 yards, and the Knights trail by 9, and Lincoln will score again, but O'Gorman responds right back. Schlimgen finds the end zone again. That's 1 yard out, and the Knights are just barely hanging on, but the Patriots are going to put an end to that. Schaefer dropping back, finds Akasi again, beats his man, 54 yards, and that's the dagger. Lincoln leaves the MAC with a hard-fought win, 36-19 Patriots. Mark?
That Schaefer's going to be a good one.
Everybody thought last year's guys graduated, and here's another group coming
I think
in.
they're going to be good again. To Howard Wood Field, where it was Jefferson against Roosevelt. Jefferson feeling it right away.
Wow.
Opening kickoff. Jace Unzen.
Well, they are chasing
and
him.
They're not going to catch him. It's a touchdown. 7-0, takes it to the house. Ethan Swenson then steps back and hits Jordan Detler, who's free across the middle, and it's a 2-touchdown lead. They're just getting started now. Still in the first quarter. It's Swenson again to Detler again. 20-point lead early in the game, and they go on to win handily 41-7.
The Beer Governor, and obviously some scores, 11 AAA first. Lincoln, you see what their score again. Brandon Valley all over Rapid City Stevens right now. That one out west, they're going to win 41-7. And again, come up tomorrow, top-ranked Harrisburg in their Tiger Bowl against Washington. Now we head out west, where the Beer Governors are going for their 8th straight state 11 AA title. Tonight they were home for Huron after a narrow win last week at Aberdeen. This is why Cooper Terwilliger is getting recruited by SEC schools, using that big 6'6" frame to lay out for the grab. That sets up this. Caleb Lounsbury to George Stolley in the corner for the touchdown. 7-0 Govs, and the aerial artistry continued all night. Lounsbury perfectly in stride to Carter Scheffelbein. It was 13-0, and it ended up being 48-6 the final score. And this one, if we can pull up that scoreboard, as Pierre gets the big victory, final score 48-6.
Now, two teams with realistic goals to knock off the Govs met head-on in Watertown tonight, with the Arrows hosting number 2 Yankton in this game. And this is Malik Decker with a 21-yard touchdown run. Watertown up 6-0. Spencer Wenches then with a short touchdown run. He's pretty excited. Right up the middle into the end zone. Love those all-purple jerseys with the gold trim. It's 20-0 Arrows. Back comes Yankton though. 37-yard pitch and catch. Easton Nelson to Connor Slava. It's 20-6 now, and the Arrows are trying to make a comeback. I love this football field on the baseball field. My kids got to play there. You're running in the grass and you're running on the dirt.
Kind of afraid they weren't going to be able to play on it this year.
And then Easton Nelson with an emphatic end zone entrance. It's 13 at halftime, but your final was 27-13 in favor of the home team.
Good win for Watertown. 5th-ranked Golden Eagles of Aberdeen were at Tea Area, where the Titans are looking to rebound from last week's upset loss at Spearfish. There's a nice sunset shot. Boy, the Titans bounced back. They were up 25-zip when we arrived, and they weren't done. Brenner Conrad throws the dot to Riley Svanda for 6. Golden Eagles did get a score in the third quarter on 4th and 1. Riley Ridley Waldo Can you find Waldo? Well, he's in the end zone for the touchdown, but it was all Titans on this day. Brenner Conrad will get the sack for the Titans, and they get their first victory after that tough loss out west last week, 39-7 final.
To Dana J. Dykehouse, where there's a big college game tomorrow night. Tonight it was Mitchell and Brookings. Military Appreciation Night, and the Bobcats wearing those camouflage jerseys looking pretty sharp. Brookings marches right downfield, but a tip, and watch Hudson Dorgan come down with it for Mitchell. Beautiful pick. But after that, it was all Bobcats. They get revenge next time with the ball. Quarterback keeper Gavin Anderson with a 4-yard touchdown. And the story of this game is running back Will Conrad. Here's 41 of his 282 yards rushing. He had 3 touchdowns, and Brookings would run away with it. Your final score, 34-0, almost 300 yards rushing.
Got a little Mikey Daniel in him.
Pretty impressive. All right, quickly, your scores in 11 AA. Pierre, Watertown, Spearfish trailing Central in the fourth quarter, and Tea Area with a big win there. Up next, our game of the night. That was in Yankton. Zach was there. We'll have highlights when we come back.
You're watching Football Friday, sponsored by Independent Insurance Agents of South Dakota, South Dakota State University, South Dakota Department of Health, and Dakota Bank.
And welcome back. We take you to Canton for the game of the night. This guy was there.
Yeah, that's where the top-ranked Seahawks hosted number 3 Dakota Valley. Tell you what, Dakota Valley was all business, but they were turning the ball over. Second quarter, they'd already fumbled twice inside Canton territory, and then Drew Lucan is picked off in the end zone by Kevin Strand. After he jumps the route, he returns it all the way to the 37. Seahawks move the ball into Panther territory. Kane Wallner gets stripped, though, by Gunnar Montaigne, who then falls on it. These teams combined for 5 first-half turnovers. However, in the final minute, we finally get some big play offense and scoring. Pitch to Wallner, who,
nice.
Well, we've said he does everything on this team. Why not throw a perfect pass to your quarterback, Alex Reed? He stopped at the 1. Wallner would punch it in on the next play, 6-0 at half. Dakota Valley, though, would answer in the second. Lucan with a perfect strike to his brother, Bennett Lucan, tied at 6. Seahawks, for the second straight week, get a score late and win 20-13. Great game.
It was the game of the week indeed. All right, we go out west. Rapid City Christian hosting Sioux Falls Christian. A lot of people think those Chargers might be a title team, and they were looking like it. This is Lincoln Prines to his big tight end, Nicholas Popkeys, over the middle for a gain of 24 yards, already up 24-0 at this point. And then with 3 seconds left in the half, again, this is Braden Whitty for the touchdown. It was all Chargers, took a huge lead. It got a little closer at the end, but don't be deceived by the final score. 41-22 in favor of SFC.
Speaking of big games, Lennox certainly had one. They get off to a fast start against visiting Custer, thanks to their talented quarterback, a guy whose first name I'm sure you love, Boston Katzer. Lennox's offense, all gas, no brakes. Tate Gertis, though, taking it outside. They got a lot of weapons on this team. He takes it all the way to the house, and they were on top, and they were just getting warmed up. Now watch this play carefully. Boston Katzer throws it to Drake Mickelson. Orioles get tricky. That little hook and ladder to Gertis. He turns on the Jets. All Lennox 52 rip. Let's take a look at the big board of scores tonight in the class. We can put that up right now, please. There we go. There's your Canton score once again. Sioux Falls Christian, and then Lennox 52-0.
All right, to Class 11B and the Huskies of Elk Point-Jefferson. They were looking for an MVP performance tonight against the Titans, but I'll tell you, the other team played pretty well tonight. Oh, that ball ball was fumbled and picked off, actually. Not a fumble, but an interception deep in EPJ territory, and Riley Mayer on the reverse gets the block and scores. It's 6-0. Remember the Titans? Yeah. MVP on top, but the Huskies with a response on their next drive. Gunnar Ewing running off the direct snap, and he's going to go 52 yards.
Wow.
52 yards for a house call. Makes it 8-6. Now get ready for the final score. These teams went back and forth, and watch this. 36-33 in a shootout at OK Corral. EPJ stays undefeated. They will host Winner next week.
Got a feeling that might be the game of the week.
Sioux Valley, Beersford lost to McCook Central Montrose, and both other teams had byes tonight. Up next, we've got 9-man highlights, including The Howard Tigers, oh baby, what a game for them tonight. And welcome back to Football Friday, and now it's time for the 9-man highlights. We start in 9AA, where Colt Beck's Elks of Elkton-Lake Benton hosting the Phoenix of Freeman Marion Freeman Academy. In the second quarter, Beck, he's going to keep it, and why not? Because this is definitely a house call. Beck down the sidelines. Beck. 77 yards for the touchdown. It's 20-0 in favor of the Elks. Now, the Phoenix would rise up and get a touchdown here. Christopher Austin with a 60-yard touchdown pass, and it's now a 20-6 ball game all the way to the end zone. However, right before halftime, the Elks increase their lead. It's going to be Tanner Dreitz. He takes the handoff, and he's going to get into the end zone, makes it 26-6, and Elkton-Lake Benton goes on to win 40-12. Your scores in 9AA. Parkston with a 26-0 shutout. Hamlin with a 50-0 shutout. Viborg Hurley wins big, as does Hill City, new to the poll this week.
Howard Tigers remain the top team in 9A. The Dolphins of Deubrook were in town trying to make a splash. That is Briggs Bowman, a 3-month-old who made the trip from Deubrook. And I got bad news for you Dolphins fans. He's the best thing you're going to see today from the team, because Howard was on a roll. It took him a little while to get going, though, but when they did get rolling. Tate Miller with the big touchdown run. 7-0 Tigers, about 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Those cheerleaders had plenty more to cheer. Lucas Feldhaus, he'll make the turn. Nice moves through his block. Nice block there from 34 as well. He's to the house. It's 13-0. And then Carson Hinker will finish things up in the first quarter with another touchdown run. They were up 25-0 after one, and it was all Howard in this one. Top team wins 55-0. Let's take a look at more scores in 9A. Wall 50-8 over Kadoka. Warner with a shutout over Ipswich. Woolsey Wessington 28-8 over Castlewood, and Harding County Bison by 42 over New Underwood.
And to 9B we go, and the Trojans of Faulkton, ranked number 2, hosting Herreid-Selby. They lost in the state title game to Avon in the Dome. Now watch this great run by Landon Coyle. They would eventually score a touchdown. He did a lot of dirty work there. A short touchdown makes it 8-0 in favor of the Trojans. Now this one might have been even better. Tristan Balloon, and the lead is going to balloon after this. Watch him carefully. Number 55 is going. Look at him turn on the jets, and he is gone for a touchdown. It was all Faulkton. Your final.
55 carries the ball.
Yeah, that's a great number for running back. Final score 46-8 as we check out the 9B score. Avon wins big. Avon came calling and won 60-7. Faulkton. Corsica Stickney knocked off tonight by 36 points. Yikes. And Del Rapids St. Mary also won. Sully Buttes, new to the poll, had a bye tonight. And we will wrap up the show with results from Minnesota and Iowa when Football Friday returns. Stay with us. And welcome back. We head to Marshall, where the Tigers hosted Willmar. Marshall with an impressive win last week to start the year. Near the end of the first, it's going to be Gavin Schaefer at a big night with a handoff. He's going to rumble 26 yards for a touchdown. Now Willmar with the ball. Jordan Ellingson is going to get picked off by Mason Eichhoff, who would then score after running the ball down to the 1-yard line. He'd take it in, and they go on to win 33-7. Check our website for all the Minnesota scores.
On to Iowa, where West Sioux traveled to Boyden-Hull Rock Valley. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley trying to recover from that loss to Western Christian. Nighthawks get a massive kick return and set them up for a touchdown scamper from Levi Schaefer. It's now 7-3 Boyden-Hull Rock Valley. And how about a little luck and solid defense here? This ball bounces around after being tipped, and Drew Roseboom is right there to snag the interception. That would set up another score, and Boyden-Hull Rock Valley goes on to get this win 28-9. We have all the Iowa scores as well on DakotaNewsNow.com.
As for the Canaries, they dropped a 7-3 game in Winnipeg tonight. They play again tomorrow night. The winner of that goes on in the playoffs next week.